Hello friends, my name is Saurabh Likha. I wanted to talk about something which is very close to my heart is how basically to develop your sales force and help them build efficiencies. So this video is not only for sales managers or sales executives, but I think it's also for entrepreneurs, somebody who's starting his own venture or looking to develop the venture themselves. So means entrepreneurs who already started the business or entrepreneurs in making, because sales is something which actually drives the organization, because this is the input of that organization. Rest every function within the organization is only output. It is actually consuming whatever revenues the sales is generating. So sales is the only function which generates the revenue, and rest of the whether it's marketing or even operations or anything else for that matter is actually they don't generate revenues, they only consume or expense the revenues. So let's go about this. I think the next slide. This is something which is the quote, the sales quote by Jill Conrad, which defines sales very beautifully. Let's talk about that. That sales is basically an outcome. It's not a goal. It's function of doing numerous things right, starting from the moment you target a potential prospect until you finalize the deal. I think the beauty, it is a basically a very beautiful uh, quote which she has given. It also somehow resonates with another quote, which is sales is not only a science, but it is as well as art also. Means sales is a science and art both. When I talk about science, it's the reason of science is because the consumer is involved. We understand the consumer or customer experience. We also try to predict the consumer behavior, and basis on that we make our products and then sell to the market. So there's a lot of science involved into the sales. And why we talk about the art per se is because when the individual touch comes in, the person can, due through the quality and the way of handling things, can basically make the output of the sales on a much larger scale. So it's not only the science, but it's actually the art of the person who's handling the sales or doing the sales that also counts. So I like this quote very much. So that's the reason I have put it there. So let's go on slide. I think this is a very mature way of looking into how you manage your sales operations or overall your sales business. And since the way I told that sales is the key part of any organization, any startup for that matter, so it will help you manage your organization per se also very well. So before I go to the sales efficiency, which is the main thing which I want to talk, I would first would like to touch upon sales effectiveness. So sales effectiveness is basically sharpening of a sales process to have more wins than losses at every step. So sales process, basically from lead generation to the closure of order, the organization defines a set processes or set steps which the sales executive or sales team needs to follow to actually make a sales transaction. So that's what a sales process, because a sales process, a set of definite process helps the basically to make that sales happen very smoothly, efficiently, and such that the customer experience is good, and the time also required to make that sales call is also limited. So sales effectiveness is basically, since a lot of people would be knowing and a lot of people would be following some different rule. I think a very famous sales process rule is the SPANCO, which is SPANCO. S for suspecting, P for prospecting, A for approach, N for negotiation, C for closure, and O for order. So this is a 6-step formula which is used for in a sales process majorly by B2B sales organizations. And at every step, let's say if you have 10 leads at the suspecting level, maybe only one will culminate into actually an order. So every step from suspecting, prospecting, approach, negotiate, close an order, you will at every step you will have loss, means some you will the customer interest will get lost, or it will not actually culminate into order. So sales effectiveness is basically building that kind of a quality such that your losses become lower and you start having more wins. So sales effectiveness purely defined is the path or quality which leads to the sales efficiency. So I'll use the basically the pointer. Let me use a red pointer, or let's say use an highlighter. So let's talk about sales efficiency. So sales effectiveness is the path or quality which actually leads to the sales efficiency. So now how you define the sales efficiency, which is also called as the magic number, is basically defined as the speed of sales closure on run rate while achieving the ROI. See, the ROI is very, very important, the return on investment. So this number not only helps you build up your sales closure, but also talks about the ROI, which is the life breath of an life of an organization. Because unless and until you are profitable, you if you're doing even the sales but you're not profitable, it doesn't make sense. So how sales efficiency helps you is basically that it helps you to build up the sales closure, but also while looking at the ROI or the profitability part of it. So this is a very, very mature way of looking at things and driving your organization for any person. The way I said, even it could be a startup, somebody starting up just now, or if it could be even a mature organization, a sales manager managing a 10 people B2B sales, or even a single lone salesperson should focus on to the sales efficiency. So how you actually formulate sales efficiency is current quarter revenues. I'm highlighting it by using the pointer, the current quarter revenue divided by last quarter sales and marketing expenses. So when I talk about current quarter, let's say we are in April now. So current quarter would be January, JFM, the January, February, March of this year, and the last quarter would be OND of last year, means October, November, and December. So similarly, if you move ahead, maybe it could be AMJ if you're talking about the revenue, and it could be JFM for the last quarter sales and marketing expenses. So it gives you a comparison between how are your revenues placed for the quarter and how are your sales and marketing expenses placed for last to last quarter. So that's the whole idea about the sales efficiency. So how does it help you? Let's move to the if this number is 6 in next quarter, if this number becomes 4 or it becomes 8, you need to actually go and analyze why that change has come in. Had you taken some steps which actually have helped you improve this number, or it's not about those numbers, but it is something it happened on its own. If it happened on its own, then you must deeply analyze that what was the reason which actually helped you to what were the reasons actually which made this number change happen. So another thing which you need to decide is that whenever you are targeting a magic number, it should not be too tight or too loose. Too tight, I mean, like the number, as in the last slide, the number was 6 and you plan to improve that number to straight away to 10. It will not happen very easily. It means the number is too tight and it will put unnecessary pressure on your sales team, basically to get more sales and reduce the sales cost and marketing cost, and this will put unnecessary pressure and your sales team may lose may leave your organization. On the other hand, too loose means, let's say your number was 6 and you're now you're not concerned to maintain that number, and the number is like, no, what you're getting is 5 or 4. So too loose means it will defocus the sales as an organization. Your sales team will lose the focus. The another critical thing which is there, which you need to understand, that if the caution out here is that if you manage the performance well of your existing sales team member, and you can add more progressive people. When I talk about more progressive people, is that these guys are well trained, they are good to go to like manage the existing role, and they can like start performing very fast. And if you add these kind of more progressive sales people, that it will help you improve the sales efficiency, because the fixed costs don't change. So fixed cost of the organization don't change. So you can add more people if you are able to manage the performance. So this is something very, very important, a very mature way of looking uh, into the sales number and making it your guiding factor, such that not only it helps basically to improve your sales performance, but it also helps you become more profitable and improve the cash flows. Hope you have liked this video and understood like now what is actually a sales efficiency and how it can help you improve the sales performance. My name is Saurabh Likha. Please share your comments, your feedback on this, and what all information or what all things you would like to know about sales management from me. Thank you very much.